You may have answered this question before, so feel free to either repeat or maybe something else will come out. What obstacles did you have to overcome?
Okay, the first obstacle was in my freaking brain. I had all these things around me like, okay, sure, I had absolutely no income, not even unemployment. I literally had no income. That's an obstacle. But the bigger obstacle in the beginning was my stupid belief system. I can't afford it. I can. I tried one of these before 8 years ago, and I quit, and all these other things. So no matter what, freedom of the mind has to come first. All other freedoms follow freedom of the mind, period. So once I got over that hurdle, then it's like, all right, I got to figure this out. So then I began working on a list of 31 ways to raise money without having any. And I got myself funded so that I could get started with this coaching opportunity. If I didn't replace I can't afford it with what can I do to afford it, then my brain would not have gotten creative and it would not have found the answers. And then I'd still be, who knows, right? Maybe I would have been homeless. I don't know. Can you imagine? I mean, that's the difference between not just night and day, but life and death. I mean, I literally mean that in every sense of the word. So that was a pretty big, same thing with time. I had no time. I was going to college full time and a half, and I had other adult responsibilities. I had to figure some stuff out. So it was all in my head. I mean, we got all these things outside of us that we say is the problem, but it's not. It's not time. It's not money. It's none of those things. And I believe if a person doesn't recognize it's purely in their brain how they respond to stuff, then they will probably never, ever figure it out. And I have also learned, and this took a lot of humility, the ego doesn't want to hear this. What the ego doesn't want to hear is that if, crap, I got sidetracked again. I hate it when that happens.
Well,
When you say I can't fill in the blank, I can't afford, I can't whatever, then you're basically telling your world and the universe that you lack the creativity and the ingenuity to get outside of the box of how everyone else is thinking to find the answers. Because all the answers are outside of the box of where everybody else is living. Okay.
I like it. So those were the obstacles that you had to overcome. So what were the most difficult things you faced? I'm asking the same thing, but maybe a little
Sure.
deeper.
The most difficult thing I faced. Gosh, I got nothing. Just the last answer I had. I can't even think of anything.
So out of all those difficult things, I heard you mention not knowing maybe that you were going to eat perhaps, or where you're going to live, or how you're going to juggle your schedule. Out of all of that, which was the hardest, would you say?
My brain. And after my mind said, I guess just, oh, I know. The last thing I wanted to do, no, that's not true. Okay, I hated the prospect of having to go back and get a job. I was fully willing at first because I didn't know of a better way until my girlfriend at the time showed me a better way. But in the interim, I was like, I got to go find another job eventually. I just wanted to curl up and die.
All right. That sounds like pretty much the worst thing to have to overcome is curling up and dying.
I mean, really, I went above and beyond every job I ever had, and I was going to stay there till retirement. And where did that land me? Where did my loyalty land me? Yep,